This is the Merienda Stories podcast.
We aim to offer a virtual table for people all over the world to share their stories. Because we believe that exchanging life experiences is one of the best ways to learn, grow, and enrich life.
We are just real people having real conversations about real life.
Over a nice merienda, why not? My name is Ana.
And I am Jesús.
And we are your hosts at Merienda Stories.
Hello.
Your microphone is down.
Hello.
Hello.
Mic check.
Hello.
Mic check.
Mic check. Good.
Perfect. Super. Good. So welcome to episode 1. Or 0.
Or episode 0.
Episode 0. Welcome
Maybe
to
episode
episode 0 of Merienda Stories.
Yay.
So let's start with introducing ourselves.
Exactly. I am Jesús. I am from Spain. I'm 35 years old. I'm in Germany, living in Germany for already 8.5 years, believe it or not.
Wow.
Most of the time in Munich. I'm a software developer. In my free time, I love swimming. I'm learning boxing for a few months already. And I also
So you have to
enjoy
be careful, or I have to be careful.
Not yet. You are fine.
Or
and for the
everybody.
rest, not yet, but maybe in some time, maybe they will have to do it. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I like reading and also listening to audiobooks, mostly about self-improvement and traveling for sure, discovering always new places. And I'm also a very foodie person. That's also a reason to co-host this podcast. Yeah, that's me. You, Anna, tell us something about yourself.
So my name is Anna. I'm 32, going on 33, and maybe by the time this podcast episode 0 is launched, I will be 33, but let's see.
Let's see.
And I'm also living in Germany. I am originally from the Philippines, but moved here, first to Austria in 2014. And then since 2016, living in Germany. So also now 5 years. Yes. And so I am working here. I am a product manager, so doing product development for different companies and in the past few years. And in my free time, I like swimming. I also like discovering new places, doing different things. I normally say I also like to read, but I realize I don't do it as often as I would like to. So I wanna do that.
Who does actually?
A
Me,
bit more.
me neither. Yeah,
Yeah.
me neither.
Yeah.
I always would like to read more. There are so many interesting books to read, really.
Exactly. Yeah. So I am living in the Baden-Württemberg region,
You're
close
not
to
living in
Stuttgart.
Munich.
Close to Stuttgart, yeah, up to about a year. No, not a year ago. Up to January, so 8 months ago,
Right?
I was living also in Munich. That's where Jesus and I met. But now I am living in Böblingen, a small city close to Stuttgart. It's nice. It's kind of quiet. Very interesting location. You can see a little bit here. There's like a little lake there. People playing basketball, people playing football. So yeah, most of the time
Beautiful weather.
Beautiful
I
weather.
see.
After 1 week of really a lot of rain. We're having a very rainy summer here in Germany.
Well, it's actually not so beautiful yet today. It's on the way to getting better, hopefully.
Yeah. So right now we're actually in the same location, but normally we might also be doing this podcast virtually. Yeah, but so we'll see.
Enough for us. Let's talk about the podcast. Why did we decide to do this podcast, Anna?
Good question. So I think it was really because we had this kind of desire to connect with people. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. You know, you want to be able to meet new people, but it's difficult, of course, living in a different place with a different language. we're both, not living in our home country, so we're also desiring to somehow connect with friends, connect with family, but then also, meet different interesting people. So I guess this was kind of the first reason. We wanted to have a chance to have like virtual catch-ups and really just meet people and have interesting conversations with them. And I actually want to even talk about like one of the titles that we were thinking of for this podcast before we decided to name it Merienda Stories
One of the many. We
yeah,
had a
one of
long
them,
list, but
yeah, one of them
most
was
of them were not so good, I think.
Aw. Well, yeah.
You have to be honest. You have to be honest.
True. If we're being honest, this is the second take of this episode. So, but yeah.
Anna.
So one of the names that we were thinking of was the word vicarious. So vicarious, I am prepared. I have a definition here. According to my search online, it means something that is experienced in the imagination through the feelings or actions of another person. So what we want to be able to do on this podcast is to be able to kind of learn from the experiences of other people and also provide that experience to our listeners, hopefully, if you guys are interested as well. Because we believe that, it's a way for you to learn, actually, is to
A
hear
very
from the stories
powerful
of
way.
others. Yeah.
Like many times when you actually buy a book because you want to learn something, is just a person wrote a book because they are experts on that and they write a book and they empower other people to do that. So what we want to do is to do it in a podcast format, some lighter format that you will enjoy a lot.
Yeah, hopefully.
Listening to or
Yeah,
watching
so
it.
we were thinking like you learn a lot of things in school, right? You learn about history, math, science, all of that, but then like important things like making decisions, building strong relationships, or time management, things like this, you only learn through experience. You don't really, learn it in school. So of course, through your own experience, you can make a mistakes, and then from these mistakes you learn, or you can basically learn from your own experiences. But something that could be more powerful is to learn also through other people's experiences, and so this is what we want to be able to provide a platform for.
And I don't think we really want to create a platform that is just crazy about focus, about getting better or improving. It's also about bringing joy to your life, right?
Yeah.
Like enriching your life also.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's why we did this podcast. So maybe we can now talk about why it's called Merienda Stories.
Why it's called Merienda?
Yeah.
What a name. I can imagine many people actually don't know what does merienda mean.
Yeah.
So merienda is actually, probably there is not merienda in all the countries, pretty sure, but in Spain, for example, it's very usual to have merienda because, as you know, we have a very late dinner. Like we could have dinner at 10 p.m. or even later. So it's like between lunch and dinner, middle of the afternoon, we have some kind of snacks, meal. Could be nuts, it could be something sweet, fruits, could be anything just to keep you going through the rest of the day until you have dinner.
Yeah.
And actually we have some merienda, right, Anna?
Yes.
Today.
Sure, merienda.
For the episode 0. It's very similar. I think so. It's
very similar.
Very
it's
similar.
The
same. I
Except
just have
that you have
some
more.
a little bit fruits. I am feeling fruity today. Yeah, so we have some fruits and some very healthy cookies that Anna prepared. Actually, Anna, what are the ingredients of these healthy but still super tasty and great looking cookies?
So it's made with mashed bananas, oats, cacao nibs, and dark chocolate. And then you put it in the oven, let it cook, let it dry a little bit, and you have a really, really good cookie that's a bit healthier than your usual ones.
We are on the way to find out the perfect recipe for us. This is the second version, and we already have some ideas like for the third one. Let's see how it goes. This one is already actually very good. A little bit burned, if you can see in the video. but only
Too
a little
honest,
bit.
too
So
honest.
actually, if you like the toast flavor, I think you actually wanna enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually very glad to have healthy cookies, or I mean, they are caloric for sure. You cannot eat like 10. I mean, but I'm really glad because in the supermarkets, all the cookies are like, and they are super easy to prepare. Actually, I'm not preparing them, but Anna, I think they are easy to prepare, right? I mean, and you can do like 12, and they will keep fresh for a couple of days.
Yeah.
You can see
Yeah.
that we are
So
foodie because we are 5 minutes about talking some homemade cookies. So
yeah, but it's important because it's part of the name. So that's merienda.
it's Merienda Stories. So yeah, it deserves a proper place in the episode 0. Yeah, I agree.
So why
So we are
Merienda
gonna,
Stories? No.
yeah. So Merienda is already clear, and so we want to have casual to more serious chats with people. We want to talk with like-minded people about topics we are passionate about, or we are just interested about, or it's enriching to share with them and see similar perspectives. But of course, also really looking forward to talk to people who think differently, and always in a very respectful way to exchange thoughts about how we see things. And I think this is probably the way you learn most. And reality is really so complex. It has so many layers that it's so cool to see how other people think.
Yeah.
And just really exposing ideas, not having arguments or so, just exposing ideas and exchange it, and yeah, enrich. And I like this word a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, so and over a merienda. So actually, if you guys are listening to this episode or watching it on YouTube, we encourage you also to grab a merienda and join us to have the full Merienda Stories experience. Um, but really, the idea is that we both have our own kind of memories of merienda. It's funny because it you know Jesus is coming from Spain and I'm coming from the Philippines, but this is something that there are a few things that actually really connect our culture, and one of them is this word merienda, the experience. So I personally like have memories of being with a family and having merienda together, and then you would have, for example, the lolo or lola or the grandparents or the aunt and uncles sharing a story with us, so sharing their own experiences, and all the grandchildren and kids are listening. And so it was a very powerful way to exchange stories, but also learn, share wisdom, share thoughts with the people that you're having a merienda with. So we would like to kind of
Yeah.
create this virtual table for people from all over the world to just have this merienda together, but also kind of exchange those stories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually remember, like in my childhood, bringing friends for having merienda at home, or being with my cousins, and my mom would ask us, what do you want to have? And she would prepare something, and we will sit around the table, and some adult will be talking to us, or we will just talk in there, and we will continue playing afterwards. So actually, really, really good experiences, good moments, and this is kind of the atmosphere and the joy, enjoyable moment we want to bring here to Merienda Stories.
So this isn't in the script, but what was your
Script?
favorite
What script?
merienda then as a
My
child?
favorite merienda.
Yeah.
So I would like a lot, like sandwiches with kind of like tuna or jamon, or some this processed meat, and maybe the bread will have some tomato. I don't know the word, like
Yeah.
on the bread.
Yeah. Nice.
And yeah, this was really good. And you?
Yeah. I don't know. I asked it because I remember now when my sister and I were younger, we were going to ballet classes, like twice a week, I think. And after the class, we would be driving home, and we always had what we called Spanish bread. Actually, I don't know if in
Oh,
Spain you actually have that, but it's called Spanish
probably
bread,
not.
and it's bread, a long piece of bread with like sugar and butter inside, and was really good, and we would have it
We don't
after
have it in Spain.
ballet. And yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah, what we call it Spanish bread, but this is one of my favorite meriendas. So yeah, so on this podcast you can also expect to, we will always start it with some questions about merienda. We hope to find interesting ideas for snacks and or merienda from our guests as well.
Yes, and actually, Anna, we would like to find very much to find people
Yeah.
to talk to and to have our episodes and to have conversations with people around the world. It can be from anywhere, and so they can reach us always in social media, in Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Everyone who would like to talk to us, even if you don't think you might have a story to tell, just you can let us know about your background, and we will figure some nice conversation to have together. It's always enriching. I think everybody has something to say, even if many times we don't think so.
Yeah.
So let's just talk.
Yeah, exactly. That's really good. So you can send us an email on meriendastories@gmail.com, or right now we have Instagram, so at Merienda Stories. This is what we have so
Surprise,
far. Let's
surprise.
see. We're not experts at this, so it's first time we're trying to host this kind of thing. So connect with us. We really want to have a chat, find different people with different story to tell. So yeah.
Cool. So this is what the podcast is about, how we have envisioned that. Of course, we are gonna keep it open, and we are gonna let it surprise ourselves and let it evolve, and we are gonna manage it, but it's gonna have its own life, and we are gonna also ourselves evolve with it. Cool. So Anna, apart from reaching out for possible conversations and so maybe we want to say something about where do we plan to publish it and how regularly and what times. Maybe you can add this information. This is more your area.
Yeah, so the podcast will be available on YouTube, so you can see it in video format. So normally we are the hosts, but we will always bring in different guests. So we could have 1, 2, maybe maximum 3 guests per episode. We'll be asking them
It will be
questions.
already a lot, but it might be some
Yeah.
some episode with 3 people. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, we'll be asking them different questions. We'll of course announce what the episode will be about prior to that. Also, if you guys have interesting like topics that you would like to talk about, or even people that you would like to suggest, also let us know, so that we can have a mix of different personalities and in the episodes that we will have. So it will be on YouTube, and then also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so you can also listen to it there. Yeah, like we said, we will be using social media also to kind of create this community and hear from you guys, get feedback. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. This is very important, actually.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
And when are we gonna release? We're gonna release 2 episodes per month, right? This is the goal.
2.
And always Sunday, 12 p.m. Central European time, which for Philippines, correct me if I'm wrong, is 6 p.m. in summertime, 7 p.m. in
winter.
winter time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so hopefully
everybody
it
will
can
still
be...
have the chance to watch it on Sundays.
Yeah. So sorry, I think it's not the perfect merienda time for either Europe or the Philippines. It's really hard to find the perfect moment for every country, but hopefully you will join us. It's on Sundays. Hope it's something that you can listen to while you're relaxing, while you're also doing something else. Hopefully you will have fun. We will try to bring in really interesting conversations, and we will hopefully also enjoy it and learn from this experience, and you too, hopefully.
Yeah, we are really looking forward to start recording episodes and see how it goes, and we really hope that you will like it and you will also be part of it and accompany us through this journey. Really looking forward. And welcome to Merienda Stories, everyone.
Merienda Stories.
Cool. So that's it, right?
Yes. Thank you for joining us at episode 0.
Thank you.
Watch out for the first official episode soon.
Yay.
Coming soon.
Cool.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Cheers. They are really good, Anna. Good job.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
joining us at Merienda Stories.
Tune in next time for more stories. Real people having real conversations about real life.
Over a nice merienda. Gracias.
Maraming salamat!